Back at it, back at it, back at it. Stay cheap, stay fly, stay high, never die. Yeah. All right, we official. We official. We official. It be taking a while, man. It be taking a while to get stuff to be exactly, kind of the way you need it. But we here, we live, and we active. Shout out all my peoples that's getting a chance to pull through. Welcome to the Player Circle. Welcome to the new Player Circle. You see a little bit of new ambiance, and we gonna get this slowly but surely where we need it to be. I know you see some ambiance in the back, but we gonna work on that. I'm just happy, to be taking steps of growth, because that's usually what's the most important thing, man. 1% every day. That's what we say, right? And so I'm so happy that we really getting this opportunity to make it happen. That's the main thing. But welcome to an all new episode of Keepin It Playa. If anything is going on, if I'm too loud or it's too much, y'all let me know. You gotta let me know. All right. Zaldi Water, what's good? Welcome on the IG side. We're live streaming, dual streaming from both YouTube and IG. So shout out to both audiences. I'm happy to be here. And we're not going to waste no one's time. It's not what we do here at the Player Circle. But if you in here, make some noise. If it's your first time, drop the emoji with the sunglasses. And if it's not your first time and you're actually one of the loyal players and baddies of the Player Circle, throw that one emoji in there, because the one obviously is, of course, for you gotta believe. You gotta believe. But we're not going to belabor the point. Tonight's episode is appropriately titled, If LeBron Go to the Warriors. I'm growing my hair back. If LeBron go to the Warriors. Growing my hair back. Gonna keep it real simple. Because LeBron, you're wildin'. My initial question happens to be, if LeBron leaves Bronny Jr. on the Lakers, is that basketball deadbeat daddy? Is that being a deadbeat in basketball? I need to know. Maybe you're just letting your son thrive. He says, son, I done taught you everything I could teach you. Go on and do your thing. No freaky. Turn your freaky down. We've been seeing a lot happening as far as movements in the NBA. Taylor was good. Taylor gang. Taylor McCarty. Appreciate you for pulling up. Make sure you join. Make sure you show your love. Gotta act like set tripping out here. If it's your first time in the Player Circle, make sure you drop the emoji with the sunglasses. And if it's not your first time and you part of the loyal players and baddies, throw that emoji up. Throw that you gotta believe in the sky. But yeah, I'm very intrigued to see where Brother Bron Mr. James decides to take his talents this time. Brian, you went to the Cavs. You said I'm going to Miami. Then I'm going back to the Cavs. And then I gotta go where it's nice and sunny. I go to LA. Hit that East, then I hit that West Coast tripping. But now I got one more. And he said, he's saying, I want to see what everybody got to offer. I want to see who paying. Brian said, I want to see who paying. Brian out here acting like an IG baddie. Court me. Let me see who's spending. Amazing. I ain't mad at it. If they gonna spend, we not gonna start singing no Young Miami because we trying to uplift the kids. Can't be out here talking about where all my scamming. No, ain't no scamming. Because if everybody know, if you done ever been around a scammer, if you done ever been scammed, it's the lowest of the low. Can't support. But yeah, it's been since the last time I saw y'all, it's been a lot of NBA ballerific activities. We done had LaMelo go to the Timberwolves. Today they announced Kawhi back. My boy Martin Luther King said OVO Kawhi. I said, hey, yo. Saw some other people making some moves too. Anybody else that I missed? Ja Morant out there in Portland. Somebody on Twitter said, Nike said, oh no, you're not about to ruin our investment. We putting you on house monitoring. You on that probation. Said, damn. Who out here showing love? MC DJ, what's good? What's good? If it's your first time, because I'm still getting used to who my loyal players and baddies. But what has been the most surprising move so far? That's what I would like to know. What has been the most surprising move? Shoot, Bronny got that guaranteed. Bronny Jr. Bronny said, you got to pay. Pull up. Yeah, man. But that was just one of many new happenings that took place this week. We also had the BET Awards take place yesterday. Did y'all watch? Excuse me. If you watched, can you inform a player? I was out and about. Forgive. Yesterday was a long day. I can laugh. What my boy say? Laugh at my pain. Yesterday was a long day, but we survived. Like Maya Angelou holding Grand's biscuits. Still I rise. Yeah, man. But the BT Awards. Oh, I'm sorry. That BT Awards was Sunday, so I still should have watched it. No, we celebrated. We had to celebrate. Yesterday happened to be the birthday of one Scoop. That's the nickname. Shout out to my sister D, the second funniest sibling in the family. Shout out my sis for another year, another 365. Wishing you nothing but the best. Wishing you many more. And wishing you a very prosperous year. We went out. Let me tell y'all real quick. We went out to eat. We went out to this restaurant? I would say Asian inspired. It ain't my upcoming restaurant rush hour, but great. The food was good. My mom my mom ordered that chili garlic something. Had her said, "Mama, that you can't order that chili. They don't play. They be serious about they spices. Ha ta ta ta. What you on?" And my mom said, "Take that bull back. Don't play with me." But at the end, when it's time for us to pay that bill came out. We seen that price. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait a mother. You about to be cussing on Sunday. Wait a mother minute. We said, This price is high as hell. Shout out to moms pulling out them, I'm joking. Pulling out the readers. Whenever you get a bill that looks a little bit awkward, pull them readers out. Hit that Mano. Hit that Mano. He said, this ain't right. Man, they had overcharged the hell out of us. They had overcharged us by damn near $100. I had to start acting like Shanae. Oh. This ain't right. We ain't had no 5 drinks. We had 4 drinks. Ain't nobody get no shrimp tempura. Take it back. And I was hurt because it was a sister. I don't know if she did the charging, but she damn sure did the deducting. We had a good time though, man. I had me some crab fried rice. That was actually pretty good. I ain't gonna hold you. You know me, I normally stick to my hamachi. Hamachi. But overall, it was a good time. I love when we get to myself and my siblings go out. Um, to me, um, obviously we often fellowship over food, but what I mean, being around family is one of the most important things to me. Whether it's my immediate family, my brothers from another. Shout out my YGB gang. You know, even if it's for those, what I mean, they all know you got your nuclear family. It's always good to go out and enjoy a meal and what I mean, just sit down and laugh and kick it with people. So but especially to celebrate another year because it's short here, man. It's short. We here for a good time, not a long time. in addition to that, I was talking, I'll go back just quickly, covering the BET Awards. Did you like it? Did you watch? If you watch, what was your favorite moment? I did catch a few moments on the internet. That's the good thing about social media. You can always catch a moment or two. I saw bits and pieces of the tribute to both D'Angelo as well as Lauryn Hill. That was a very strong tribute to Lauryn Hill. Well done, well done. But I believe Clips won the album of the year. Leon Thomas and Kehlani taking home some hardware. And again, I know I mentioned it several times, but I'm just proud because of my connection to my boy, to the manager. But Tierra Whack, again, getting to perform as part of the tribute to Lauryn Hill. But again, shout out to her. Shout out to my boy Johnny. So, all in all, there was discourse about the host, Drewski. I think Drewski's selection is just a reflection, not to show my rhyming skills, but of where we are as a society. And it's been this way for a while now. But popularity creates demand. And I think people are always going to have something to say about who gets selected to do certain things. But, I think he did have some moments. We laughed at Keke Palmer. Keke. Y'all know I enjoy me some Keke. But Keke coming in there, deboning the microphone and showing why she's definitely a qualified host. But I think overall, BET Awards is one of the few things, I hate to say it, I'm going to be real with it. It's one of the few things people are watching on BET consistently. I feel like we're always going to go back to that. That's a comfort zone for us. But I'm happy that it went over well. All in all, it seems like people enjoyed it. Not to mention, it led, it also offered us the opportunity to see the Bow Wow Tiny Desk. And again, as we have said for a number of years now, and it's really no longer low key, it's high key. Bow Wow is one of the celebrated artists of the generation. We in the society, we like to try to minimize the accomplishments of both people who do things as a young child, a young kid, and we also try to diminish the accomplishments of the short. Shout out to all the short kings. But hey, man, it is what it is. Bow Wow's catalog is rivaled by few, and his performances still have a high level of quality. So shout out to the Bowies. Now, there was some unfortunate news that took place this week. We unfortunately saw an interview with former NFL star Chris Johnson, who announced on Good Morning America that he has been diagnosed with ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease. And this is a tough blow for millennials and even Gen Z who were fans of the NFL, fans of the running back position. Chris Johnson, also known as CJ2K, one of the heralded members of the 2000 rushing club. He was an incredible and electric back. I know that brother cooked my Commanders / Redskins several times. Multiple house calls to the crib. And he started doing his dance. But we wish him the best as he manages and fights against ALS. We send our prayers to the family and him that, he is able to maintain a not only maintain a comfortable level of living, but again continues to fight, because you never know what God has available. You never know what God's got in the works. So you gotta believe, and we believe, and we show love to the homie CJ2K. All right. Now let's move along in the show. We had a great show last week. We talked about Baddies giving up on Sundresses. Bring the Sundresses back, Baddie. We need the Sundresses. We need you. We need our black women. But we also need that incredible attire of the Sundresses. It's getting hot out. We need to see y'all do what y'all do. We talked about the bald-headed logic. You ain't got to settle, but settle down. We celebrated the Father's Day and Juneteenth, and we also discussed both the freshman double XL class as well as the B2K versus Pretty Ricky. Pretty Ricky. That beat down. That joint was crazy. I don't want to see nobody get beat down like that no more. Never again. But let's move on to the bald-headed logic for today. Shout out all my bald-headed brothers. I seen they had a bald-headed gathering. We at Bald Brothers United put it down. Our sponsorship, put our, contribute some funds to the bald-headed brothers gathering. But the bald-headed logic for the day is watch what you consume. You gotta watch what you consume. Now, we talk a lot of times about you gotta watch what you eat. Watch what you eat, because what you eat can impact your body, your health, and just your overall, energies. Additionally, it's important to watch what you eat or watch what you consume, because the things that you consume takes on a transition as it goes through your body. It takes on a conversion. You know what I mean? You put certain carbs in your body, that converts to energy. You put certain sugars into your body, it converts to fat. So you got to be very, very diligent about what you are digesting. But what we want to talk about today for the bald-headed logic is that process is not exclusive to just food. Watching what you eat and watching what you consume goes both emotionally and spiritually, but additionally it goes socially in terms of what you digesting, all in your entertainment. Because some of the things that you are digesting and not processing through your body correctly, through your mind, through your heart, through your body, can leave some very, very damaging effects. And in the same way that bad sugars, as they say, can turn to fat that affects your body, the food, the cholesterol, how that leaves plaque in your heart and clogs the arteries. The same things happen when you are consuming toxicity, pain, hurt, and how that can eventually convert into evil or negativity that you push back onto others. And I hate to see it. I really hate to see it. I hate to be a part of it, and it has happened. They don't call a player slipping before. You be like, oh, whoa. Don't try to put all that nasty on me. That ain't the nasty I'm looking for. But what that is stemming from is years, months, weeks, even days. It can happen very quickly of some pain that done took place that is unresolved, untreated. And what ends up happening is that just comes back and starts to take on a form of hate, take on a form of manipulation, take on a form of volatility that you were trying to put on somebody else that don't even deserve it. Shout out to my boy. I gotta shout out my boy Sam. I had a chance to sit down and break bread with him this week, and my boy said something really, really interesting. And what his words were is that everybody don't deserve the deluxe package. Everybody don't deserve the upgrade. Everybody don't deserve the discount. That works in two ways, right? So the way that we were discussing it is we give so much of ourselves to people, and everybody ain't earned that. Everybody ain't worthy of that. Right? So that's one thing. But on the flip side now, we be giving people that rah, that bust around, rah, 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 that evil. They be like, oh, well, I didn't earn that. I didn't pay for that. That ain't part of my frequent flyer miles. So it's really, really essential that we start paying attention to who we dishing this out to. And the only way to do that is to monitor what we taking in and what's happening to us. You'd be surprised. You'd really be surprised. Things that happened in your childhood, things that happened in your first relationship, things that happened with your parents that is like, yo, that you taking that everywhere you go. I don't want that for you because it is destructive. It is really, really destructive. It's painful to see somebody that you know what I mean, that you care about, that you love, and you know that, damn man, they giving out, they going through it. You know what I mean? They going through it and cannot be emotionally present because they have not digested everything that they have been going through and allowed that to create good energies. So be careful what you eat. Watch what you consume out here. Be careful of the messaging. We were talking about it earlier, all that scamming it. Be careful, man. What you taking into your system. Because unfortunately in the real life when that stuff plays out, it's not as fun as it is. Just like when you eat food. It might when it's going into the system, it might feel good. But boy, that thing has some lingering effects. One boy said, now you on the toilet all day. So keep that in mind. Watch what you consume. Okay? Learn how to digest some of these things that you're taking in. Because some things you were given, and hey man, what Will Smith say? It ain't your fault that somebody hurt you, but it's damn sure your responsibility what you do with it. Okay? Or how you handle it. So that's the ball-headed logic for the day. Shout out to all my peoples that's out here. Make your moves. All right. Now, let's move on. Let's get into some of the what are you talking about? Seeing some interesting, very, very interesting things going on social media. And one of the things I saw that was announced today is there's going to be a charity boxing match, if you will. And the participants are two of the most unhinged people that we got in the game right now, which would be our brother. Wait a minute. Ain't that Brandy's brother? Ray J going against one of the wildest out in the, historically, but also currently, Orlando Brown. I can only imagine what type of madness will take place. Just in the pre-fight alone, Orlando Brown took out a stack of bread and slapped Ray J across the face. Lord, help us all. Drewski already said, "Hey, bro, why you lied to us, man? We thought you was about to die, Ray J. We don't know what's going on with Ray J. Will Ray J bring out the glasses, the indestructible glasses that Speedy just broke? It's Black Out. I definitely want to know, will that happen? Will there be a knockout or a knockdown? Orlando Brown said, she gave me some of that. You don't want to see none of that. Lord, help us all. Now, in another clip that I saw online, shout out to the Broken Play show. I think that's what they call it. My boy Nav Green. Excuse me. But in one of their recent episodes, as they celebrated the month of June, which is Men's Mental Health Month, they talked about what were several things that could help with men's mental health. And their list was quite crazy. Now, before I give out their list, Father forgive me, Mama forgive me for, what they said, some of the things they said. But the list was get something to eat before you drink. You don't want to be out there getting sick and you out here goop. The shorty JoJo said having sex with multiple partners during the month. Come on now, be responsible. If it happens, please wrap it up. Please, Lord, please. She mentioned that. She said use condoms. They told her no. Lord, you come on now. Don't be stop projecting all that fertility. In addition to that list, they told people, they said this will help your mental health. Lie. Just straight up lie. I said we got too much of that. People do that every month of the year. They said your girl asked you where you was at. Oh, me and my peoples, we went to Bible study. We went to pray. They said you ain't gotta tell her that you was outside Keisha's house praying that you got broke off. That's crazy. Crazy. They said get a home cooked meal. I rock with that. Get a home cooked meal. A home cooked meal will get you right. Make sure whoever's doing the home cooked meal can cook. They said do a no call, no show. It all depends on the job. It all depends on the job. You don't want to lose your job because you're trying to get your mental health right. You know how I feel, y'all. Get your money. Take care of your money. They said find you some peace. They said get you a little bit of that freak. Them jokers freak. People freaky. Turn your freaky down. They said find you some peace. And they said, in addition to that, get you a new fit. I rock with that. Getting a new fit, haircut, car wash, all them things bring peace. For real. Definitely try to get you some of that. And then they said lay off the honey packs, which I also agree. Work on building up your testosterone properly through healthy alternatives. Leave them honey packs alone, man. You don't know what that's doing to your body. Of all of those things that I heard, obviously, finding peace, seeking peace, just some peace and quiet. That's big. New fit, home cooked meal. I like that. If you're going to have, somebody said, they also said a threesome. I'm like, yo, what is going on here? Turn that freaky down. This list was ridiculous. But I do support the home cooked meal. And if you're gonna get freaky, don't listen to what they said. Wrap it up. You know what I mean? Cause ain't no mental health gonna come. You mess around, you catch something, or you birth something unexpectedly. But shout out to the homies at the Broken Play Show for at least advertising and advocating for mental health for the men. You know, fellas, and all jokes aside, we go through a lot. We definitely go through a lot. It's by no means to be in comparison or the trauma bond with our women counterparts, but we go through a lot and we don't usually have the appropriate resources to handle it. We don't have the platforms. We don't have the people in play, and the places in which we should find peace are often not peaceful. So we need to continue to work on being able to identify healthy places and people to help us to sort through our mental health. Because there's too many, the numbers do not look good for us, especially as black men, and we got to handle that. Okay? So continue to work on your mental health as best as possible. All right? Now, one last thing that I did want to discuss that I thought was interesting from what are you talking about that was going on around several circuits was that famed father LeVar Ball, father of Lonzo, LaMelo, LiAngelo, aka Jello Ball, and his wife Tina Ball, it was announced that they were getting a divorce. I feel bad for celebrities that have to, announce these things so publicly. Announcing a divorce publicly, I can only imagine. Divorce is something that I would not wish on anybody. Ironically or coincidentally, is one of the most frequent happenings. That we over half at this rate, but divorce, man, seeing that with both as an adult, seeing that as a kid, it breaks up homes. It causes a lot of stress for so many parties involved. The married couple, the children, the parties of both sides of the bride and groom. And a lot of times, man, whether it was to avoid that relationship altogether or the work that could have been done while you were married, is just so unfortunate to look at, the catastrophe and just all the pieces, from afterwards. Now, apparently, from what I read from LeVar, because Tina has kind of moved to being more private and stayed out of the limelight after her bout with cancer. But LeVar was basically acknowledging that, there was no longer interest in her in maintaining the marriage, but he appreciates all of the time spent together. I believe they were together for like 30 years. I used to always talk and with my old lady, and then ask, we were like, yo man, how do people be together so long and then decide to get married? And then decide to get divorced. And it's like, you don't know what they're going through. The way that society has presented life to us now is that you don't indeed need to, nothing is concrete or forever. And I think that's one of just the overall interesting elements of it, is just like, hey man, if I get a hint that this ain't what I want to be doing for the rest of my life, I'm Audi 5000. So the one thing that I do take from what I read and his assessment of what happened is that he was appreciative of the love. He was appreciative of the love. He's like, she was always beautiful to him. You know what I mean? Even despite, her challenges that she went through, health wise. But he also took the appreciation of anybody that you can love for a long time. Like, that's a beautiful thing. Like, that's one thing I would say for anybody, whether it's love in a marriage or a relationship. If you get to experience love, like actual love, it is one of the most life-changing experiences that you can have. Like, it's special to find love, man. For real. It's special to find love. It's special to have that, even if it's for a brief moment, to experience that and be like, oh man, this person genuinely cared for me. This person was willing to go to the ends of the earth. This person, even in my darkest times, in my highest times, I knew that this person was there with me. And what my boy Luther say, if only for one night. Check my vocals though. Crazy. It's special, man. And so I don't want anybody, a lot of times, man, you see so much negativity, so many breakups, and just all these different things. You be like, man, can I even find love? Should I even be looking for love? But I always feel that the experience of love is something that is always going to be worth seeking. It's always going to be worth seeking. So, I wish the best to LeVar and Tina. I hope that they, are able to work through that and process that, because 30 years is a long time, bro. That's a long time. And both for her moving forward, whatever she has, but also for LeVar moving on. I believe he said he already moved on, so this may have been something that already been in the works. But even just finding somebody doesn't replace or dismiss the pain that has to be processed when somebody leaves. One thing I would associate divorce with, divorce is kind of similar to I hate to say it, it's almost like death. You know what I mean? In the sense of it's something we all know is coming or that may happen, but when you actually see it and there's that finality, you be like, oof, oof, you know. So, um, yeah, man, hoping the best for them, man, and that they, process, that their experience together, the good, learn from the bad, and whatever they can take from it. So yeah, moving on. Now, what do I want to? We gotta kind of pull this all together. I wanted to watch the Commissioner's Cup. That was something I did want to check out. And damn, can I get my YouTube on? Can I get my YouTube TV on? That game probably over. We did get an opportunity to have the Liberty, the New York Liberty, play the Las Vegas Aces, but Beja wasn't playing, and that ain't cool. Get well, Beja, because we need you, boo. We need you. Let me see what the score was. At least can tell y'all that. All righty, let's see. All right, scores. Commissioner's Cup. The Liberty beat the Aces 93-85. Let's take a look at the stats. Jackie Young cooked. Ended up having 31 of them things. Lord have mercy. Kennedy Carter kicked in at 18. Good to see Kennedy Carter back. Breonna Stewart hit him with a mean 25 and 11. Lord have mercy. Sabrina had 26, 5 and 5. John Quell Jones hitting him with 9 and 9, a damn near double. Yeah, that's cray. Man, it's going to be interesting to see how things get back in shape, man, with the WNBA. There's been a lot of conversation about some of the players. Obviously, everybody be ranting and raving about Caitlin Clark, but not only Caitlin Clark, but the physical play, the trash talking, and so much more. So it's going to be a lot of things to come, and after the All-Star game, if you haven't already voted, I think voting did end this week. But you know me, I'm a big fan. I'm definitely excited to start checking out some games. I want to get to a game soon. See the Lynx play. So I'll be tuned in, and I hope y'all check it out too, man, because the games are fun and exciting. They had a 4 overtime game the other day between the Mystics and the Portland Fire. Washington, I believe, pulled that out. And Olivia Miles has been a sensational rookie. Paige Beckers has been putting on a show. And, it's a lot of dope teams. Ken Tan, what's good? I see the name Tan. I always want to go, Ricky Tan. Come on, man. He said, you don't know who you messing with. No, you don't know who you messing with. That's hilarious. Appreciate you joining the live, man. We live streaming, dual streaming on both YouTube and Instagram. So we're having a good time here. About to wrap the show up though with one of our favorite segments, Ceddy's Recipe. Ceddy's Recipe, which is the segment in which we highlight a tradition, a custom, or norm from the black culture that we want to maintain and keep going, sharing with the new Gen Alpha so that they can take that on and maintain. In the past, we have used such classics as not splitting the pole, playing spades, kitchen talk, late night drives, making a playlist, the movie Meteor Man, and countless others. But tonight's recipe, got to keep it spiritual because we're in a spiritual journey right now. We're going to have tonight's recipe. Tonight's recipe will be, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you. Man, there are very few quotes and phrases that hit as strong in the black community as, I'm going to pray for you. Or the self-request, pray for me. When you're going through something, when you got a little situation on your hands, light bill due, kids acting up in school, the missus or the mister, y'all ain't on the same page. Health issues, job issues. The one thing you can always count on is that you can take it to the Lord. But sometimes you need a little bit of extra help, And so when you run into people, whether you tell them your business or not, you simply got to say 3 words. Pray for me. Or they will offer that unrequested and tell you, I'm going to pray for you. Now, this is not to be confused with the sarcasm and you talking all crazy to somebody and to get rid of them, you say, go ahead, that's cool, I'm going to pray for you. No, not that. This is the real prayer. All right, this is the real prayer in which I actually care about your well-being. And I have made it an important, significant requirement. I'm putting on my calendar, pray for such and such. I'm going to pray for you. This is essential. Now, I'm going to tell you, I done had prayer warriors since I was this. Some of y'all like, you only this, you ain't bet. Shut your ass up, all right? But having the prayer warriors in your corner, so important. Can get you out of harm's way. Can steer you, can lead you to the promised land. So do not be afraid when you are going through things and you run into your people. Hey man, what's been going on? How you been feeling? Hey man, things been thinging, bro. Life been real. But pray for me. I got you. I'm gonna pray for you. That's all you need to say. That's all that need to be done. Okay? So y'all remember that as the recipe for the day and the recipe that will cook up something special for you and your family. All right? Now, today has been a fun show. It marks a new beginning. It marks change. It marks growth. All right. I'm excited for what we have to come in the new player circle. All right. So stay tuned for more additions and more add-ons to the office. Y'all let me know what y'all want me to put in here. I'm gonna put some decor. Say it with me, y'all. Decor. We're gonna put some things up here, man, and build a special, special um, environment. Feng shui. But until later, y'all, I want y'all to be safe out here. I want y'all to continue to love, continue to live. I want y'all to be your best and find the best in others. All right? But until later, y'all know what to do. All right? Keep it blessed. Keep it real. But always keep it playing.